My voice may be nasty, but my guest voice sounds so sweet, honey. This is BHL's Next.
You're tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
Hey, something's alive. It ain't my voice, but the energy still is. Guys, welcome. Happy Sunday. This is BHL's Next. I'm your host, Rhelin T, and I'm joined by singer-songwriter, Miss Brandy Haze. So, thank you so much for joining me today. So much to talk about.
Yes.
Like I was telling you off air, I'm over here driving to my car, and I'm in my car, and I'm like, Brandy, Roses, EP. Day and night.
Thank you.
That's what I was bumping on my way here. So you gave us a little tease. 6 songs only.
Yes.
But I like the vibe of it, really.
Thank you.
Bloom. I feel like I'm a rose too, girl. Different colors.
Out here just working.
Yes.
Growing.
How was that creating the EP? I know creating an EP is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that was like my first one. And
it's like your baby.
It was my baby. And it was so much, but I'm so happy I did it and I went through the process. And like, you know, sometimes you go through the process and you're like, no, I should just save this or I shouldn't do this now. But like, I know myself and I'm like, if I don't put this out, it's never going to be heard. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm so happy I did. I have so many people that feel the same way I do, that relate to me and that really just enjoy the music. And I feel so happy about it.
Yes, the music, the writing, like just the vibe. Such a, I'm gonna maybe cook a little dinner, have a little wine. It's a pretty day. Let me just drive.
Right, I know. Like, I love, like, waking up in the morning and putting it on.
Yes.
I feel like, oh, my God, like, seeing the sunrise or something, and you're like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So then, and tell me about this song, Conditional, that you have on this EP. I like it.
Thank you.
But explain Conditional Love to some people. Some people might not know what conditional love is, but what's conditional love, Miss Brandy Haze?
It's like, you know, when you have somebody, you guys are going back and forth, you're always fighting, and it's just like, love is here, you know, for the moment. You know, it's like comes with terms and conditions, and we working through it, you know, but like sometimes you just go through those relationships where you're just always fighting, and you never seem to get it right, but y'all keep coming back.
Even though y'all both know
it didn't work before, or the last time, or again. But we're still here.
Okay. I was listening to that on my way, like, listen, I have retired my playing card, but my homegirls that be calling me with that foolishness, I was like, this is them, honey.
All the time.
All the time. What's your favorite song off of the Roses EP?
I think Bloom would be my favorite song, the intro, just because it's like so like personal, and it's so just about like my own self, like, okay, like it was a struggle and, you know, trying to get people to help you, and then people won't help you, and then you're like, okay, well maybe I can do this, and like you just like maybe I'm only here, but I'm growing. Like I might not be where you are, but I might be different than you are, I might look different than you, but that doesn't make what I'm doing less value or not as good as what you're doing.
How do you push yourself through those obstacles going through the career that you're trying to do, which is music?
I don't know, like I know like I pray and stuff like that. I'll seek advice sometimes, but I think it's just like staying motivated, staying happy, and just knowing that like no matter what, like people aren't better, they might just be different, you know what I mean? Or even sometimes situations and circumstances might be the reason why someone's sounds like this and yours sounds like that, or does this and yours does that, but that doesn't make you less of a, you know, valuable player in this industry.
Yeah, just like your song Bloom, like every person has their time to bloom.
Exactly. And
it might not be your time, but it might be coming.
And even if it's like one person or 5 people or 20 people that like can relate or it touches, that's like, because I know for me, like I have songs from the 90s where I'm like, nobody probably know this song but me. Like this person was like, this song came on one time on the radio, never heard it again, but I downloaded it and I keep it and I know it today. Like it was my life. Yeah. So, you know, as long as it's like reaching somebody, I'm happy.
That's great. So tell me about how this passion came to be? Like, how do we know this woman, Brandy Haze? Like, what was this journey like?
So, like, when I was little, I don't know, I always wanted to be a singer, like, all the time. Like, that was my only one goal. And then my parents, they're supportive. Like, they would buy me, like, get me little stuff and gadgets and headphones and stuff. But they were more like, the typical route. Like, okay, so what are you actually gonna do? Like,
so this is cute, baby, but what's the real plan?
What are we actually doing? So, like, I didn't know until I graduated college that you could even just book a studio. Like, I don't know why I thought you had to be like someone
have a label behind you.
Yeah, the label had to book it for you. And I ended up getting invited to a studio by a friend. And then I just asked, I was like, I'm just wondering, like, how do you rent this place out? And he was like, you just call. And I was like, oh, okay. That's all I had to do. So I called and I had... I was like, I want to do this like cover. I want to do this mashup of Party Next Door and Drake songs. And so I had a beat off YouTube. And the reason why I don't like to do that, like I don't like to take beats off YouTube, is because like something was messed up. Like things like notes and drums and stuff can be in the wrong key. So like things were not in the proper key. And so when we tried to do it, he was like, this is not going to work. And he was like, why don't you just let me make you a beat? And his name was Wanda. And I think his Instagram is like, I am Wanda. And he made a beat and it was like so good. And it was like my very first time in the booth and it came out amazing. I put it up on SoundCloud and it did okay. And then I started looking at like how other people were like kind of pushing their stuff on SoundCloud. Like they used to have like groups and stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering too, like not to cut you off, like SoundCloud now, such a great platform to advocate. However, like, we're saying there's so many people putting out things. How do you be that one that now everybody's listening to? Bryson Tiller did it.
Okay, like, well, they used to have groups, right? And so you could make a group, whatever you wanted it to be. So I would go and drop my song in any group that had Drake or Party Next Door in it. I was like, listen, like, so I started getting traction that way. And then there were like other R&B stations, and I would just message them, and I'd be like, hey, like, can you like put my song on your page? And just like different ways like that. And I took it from like 4,000 streams to 40,000 streams in 3 months.
Crazy.
And
that's fast.
Yeah.
It's crazy fast.
Yeah. And that's when I was just like, okay, like I'm going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to come, because I was living in New Jersey at the time. I lived there for like a year and I was like, no, I'm going to go back out to California. I'm going to do music. And that's basically like where it started. And I had to learn how to write. Now I know how to record myself and all that.
So were you writing before? This was all just like everything was new, the process?
Everything was new before Roses. Like I always sang, like, so I always sang talent shows and stuff like that, but I never like
had the creative process of being a musician, being an artist.
Exactly. So that's where I had to just like learn how to write, learn how to do everything myself. And like Bloom, that's why it's so special to me, because it was like, I was like, when I wrote it, I was like, I really wrote this. And I really vocal produced it, and I did all the backgrounds myself. Like, you know, I was like, I recorded it in my room. Like, so.
That's amazing. Yeah, I always say that too. Like, it's one thing to be, invested in your craft or to have a passion for it, but then to be in all different aspects and wear different hats that, make it whole or make it,
Exactly.
special. That's crazy. So between Roses and now you've been dropping singles. I mean, I'm proud of you doing dropping singles. Child, Dramatic. That's another one.
It's a little bop. I was trying to make a little bop.
Look, it's another. First of all, the artwork.
Yes.
Even when you were saying something, I'm like, yeah, like, what you doing? Like, calling my phone like this many times, and like what? Like, what do you like, boy? Dramatic.
Okay.
So yes, first of all, love the artwork.
Thank you.
Rolling the eyes. I'm already rolling my eyes. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, tell me how you came about with Dramatic.
So Dramatic came about, I mean, it was like, I took from like different things. So like, whether it be just different relationship, even like friendships, sometimes you have like those girlfriends who you're like, girl, okay.
That's what I was thinking when I was listening to that.
You're like, girl, it's not that deep. Like, why are you taking it so hard? Like, it is 2 seconds that happened of your life. It's gone. Let it go.
Okay.
So it was kind of like just a combination of like, you know, friends and relationships, and it could be for a girl, it could be for a guy, because girls often, like, guys feel like girls are dramatic, and I don't know, I feel like guys are hella dramatic too, like, and so that's kind of like where that stemmed from.
I feel like it's so amazing that you just started to really, like you said, like, dive into picking up the pen, but you're so able to eloquently tell your feelings. 'Cause, you know, just because you love music and just because you can sing don't necessarily mean you're a writer. Right. Even like Elton John, for example, he could compose the hell of a song, but putting them words to that music, honey, is not, you know, he can't do that. So your ability to do both, that's like really impressive.
Thank you. I think it really helps, like, when you learn how to record yourself. I have a friend who's like a mentor. His name is Bobby Fisher. And I remember, like, when I met him, he was like, I was like asking him questions. He was like, you need to learn how to record yourself. And I think that made like the world of a difference, because you can kind of see like where you're messing up, or like, you know what I mean? Or you can like play that back and you might think you was like, oh, this was it. And then you play it back and you're like, it wasn't
in the booth, you're like,
not even a little bit. Okay, and you're like, it wasn't even close. It was bad. So I think from there, it just helped me like level up and grow. And even like being in rooms with people, like I've been fortunate enough to be in a couple different like studios with celebrities, like, and just watching them work. And then, like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how you do that. Okay. Or, like, songwriters. And I'm like, okay, so this is your process.
Yeah.
And that
because
really
everybody's, helps. I know, like, you being in those different studios is different.
Yeah. And, like, even for me, I honestly just asked. Like, I honestly just reached out to people. I just asked someone, like, can I sit in the back of your session and just, like, watch? And, like, you'll be surprised at how many people are willing to share what they know with you when you're just inquiring, when you're, like, willing to learn.
Yeah. And that's one thing, too. Yeah, everybody is afraid to ask just anything.
Yeah, I think, like, and maybe people are
and people might, because I feel like it's either you ask it for something, you know?
Yeah.
But you're not just asking for, like, the simplest of things.
Right.
And the worst they could be like is, no.
Right. And then you just move on to someone else. Like, I have no shame. I'm a habitual DM slider. I will slide in your DM and be like, hey, can we work? Can we do whatever? Because you don't have if you don't ask.
Yeah. And that takes a level of confidence to do that, though, too.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, you have to have confidence in, like, some of the things you're doing, your words and all that stuff. Like, I've tried to, like, submit my songs to people and, you know, just get random crazy feedback. Like, the production isn't there. And I'm like, okay, you're wrong. Like, you know? So it's just, like, you can't take anything personal, because everything is based on opinion. And it's true. Like, if someone doesn't like it. And it's music,
like, not every...
Yeah, if someone doesn't like it, find the next person who will. Like,
girl, I love Beyonce.
Right.
And I'll be shocked when people are like, I don't get it.
Right.
I'm like, well, then that's your opinion.
Okay, yeah. It's like, that's not my opinion. So you just have to find the next person that likes your stuff. That's it. Find your audience.
You are not everybody's taste, honey.
Okay. And it's crazy.
And that's okay, yeah. Because you will be somebody else's.
Okay.
Hey.
Someone gonna like it.
So, yes. Look, we're going to get into some hot topics. Okay? So, this one, we're going to get into, you know, the real, and then we're going to lighten it up.
Okay.
Rapper Juice WRLD today has passed at incredibly young age of 21.
Yeah. That's crazy. I literally just saw him perform at Camp Flog Gnaw.
Really? And that was recent.
And he was good. I was actually really surprised at how good of a performer he was.
Really? And I've never been fortunate to see him perform, but, you know, that
sometimes performances can make or break somebody.
And that's what I mean, too. Like, to be an artist is so much.
It's so much. And he had, like, the total package. He had everything. Crazy. And it's just so unfortunate that happened. Like, I really, like, I woke up and I was like, okay, so maybe if I go back to sleep, I'm going to wake up and they're going to be like, no, we just kidding. Or like, you know how people have those like stories where it's like, oh no, we thought, but it didn't really happen. Yeah. But that's just like the craziest thing to see. The craziest thing.
I'm so sad. Especially to see like such young talent be taken away from us right now, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like there's so many lives being lost, especially young lives.
Yeah. And I just feel like our generation hasn't really witnessed this type of loss until now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just social media. We see it more.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, it's crazy. It's like one after another.
Yeah. And it's crazy, too, how, like, social media, and you would think because of how social media is, that empathy from other people, would be there. Sometimes it's not. It's just crazy.
It's not. And I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't know him personally, but, like, from everything I saw, he just seemed to be, like, a really good person and lighthearted, nice, and I didn't hear anything bad about him. So that's so sad.
Yeah, I would keep his family in our prayers, but yeah, that is, it's something.
Yeah.
Of a seizure too.
I know.
Just going to the airport,
And I mean, you never know if it's just from life, if it's from like other things that these kids do these days, you know what I mean? But like, that's just super unfortunate that it was because of that. And yeah, it's super unfortunate.
Well, like I said, we keep Juice WRLD in our prayers, and we're going to try to move this along on a happier note. Now, I had asked you about this. You said you hadn't, so I'm so glad. Guys, OT Genesis is probably one of the funniest musicians that I think are around right now. And if you don't know, he recently remixed Keisha Cole's infamous track, Love.
Okay.
And you know the love song.
I'm scared.
I wish I could even try to sing it out. But he flipped it into his own like Crip remix because he Crip.
Right. Okay.
And so he has remixed it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OT Genesis and Keisha Cole. Let's try to play this because this is something that has to be a must-see. Oh, do we got it? Oh, here we go. Oh, first of all, the side by side.
Right.
Wait, we're going to get audio up in a minute.
Okay.
But first of all, just look at the production as far as
oh my goodness.
The chucks, the blue bandana.
And he put them together.
He added to this together. Now, mind you, while we're trying to get audio, he was seen doing this at like a random, I think it was like a karaoke like bar. So he was just freestyling on his phone.
And then he decided.
Because people were like, oh my God, this is amazing. He decided to do a whole production job. We had a music video. So he did a solo music video. Now he mashed up Keisha Cole and his video together. But, I think based off of Keisha Cole's responses to this, I don't think she's too happy about it. She has said that she's about to pull her track off of iTunes, the original Love track. She's like, it's okay, because somebody tweeted like, I can't believe OT Genesis, did this remix is now, this is like all I think about when I hear Keisha Cole's Love. And she was like, it's okay, like I'm gonna pull it off of iTunes.
I don't
She's
think
a little salty. I'm like, girl, we are never going to replace your love.
It's her art, so I mean, I get why she might be upset.
Especially
if he could have reached out to her. Like, OT Genesis is big enough to reach out to somebody. Like, he could have reached her if he wanted to.
That's true. That's what I always be saying, too, when it comes to controversy with these artists. I'm like, I know. Here we go.
It's your boy, DJ Phrase One. Spinning on the ones and twos. It's your boy, DJ Phrase One.
I used to think that I wasn't fly enough, cause the homies told me I wasn't wild enough. But now I'm sitting back trying to figure out how to cock and aim so I could chalk him out. And it's killing me.
Okay.
A third degree. I shot my eye from a distance. What you see, girl, you don't see me. When I'm done, you gon' know it's make believe. So cold. Never knew that I was gripping.
I knew that he was crippin'. If he gets a trippin'. Brandy is looking like, what the? Yes, child. This was it.
Well, I would probably be upset as well. I feel like he did this for like attention. Like I just feel like he was probably like, this will get a lot of attention. I don't know that he was taking himself serious when he did this. I don't think he
First
was.
of all, the singing sound like me if I just try to sing right now with this voice.
I didn't expect that. I'm thinking he's like having her sing and then he's like rapping in the back or something like that.
You didn't know he was using them vocals.
He was trying to hit them notes and it wasn't quite there. But yeah, I think he was doing that for attention. Hopefully that's only on Instagram and it's not.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know.
If we start like seeing this on iTunes,
then we got
a problem.
Yeah,
and then I'm pulling my song in. Well, I don't know.
No, I don't think she should pull her.
She shouldn't pull her music.
She can stop. I'm sure she could stop it from being up. You know what I mean?
I mean, look. Jacquees trying to remix that trip.
Okay.
And we all know what happened to that Q mix. It was
and I was
what?
Right there online searching, trying to do the old-fashioned illegal downloads or something. Like, you're like, where can I find this? I have to have it. Couldn't find it nowhere. Like, they took it.
I don't care how much we loved it, child.
Loved it. But Atlanta played that on the radio, so shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta is no good. Atlanta was like,
we'll put one of our own on. We're supposed to put them on. Yes, we all know what happened with that, so look. OT.
Yeah, I think that was just for attention. I think he wasn't taking himself too serious, and hopefully,
I hope she don't take it too serious.
Yeah, hopefully, he reaches out to her, and it's
well, he said, so he had told her, all I want for Christmas is my duet with Keisha Cole. She said, and all I want for Christmas is that everybody mad royalties or rights. I think she had said.
Well, I mean, she deserves all the credit. I mean, but then that's a swap. Like, you shouldn't be mad or you shouldn't take down your song if you get all the credit for this song because you asked for it, and if he give it to you, well.
And I don't think that, when you, like say, and especially this in music, when now you get a sample and the young kids be like, they don't know, back, or they don't even know that it's a sample. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think this is one of those instances where everybody's gonna think like, oh my God, like this is the original song.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna think that at all. And I'm sure,
and like Keisha Cole's legacy of this song is never going to be.
And I'm sure people will go back. Like, people might be like, why are they talking about who's Keisha Cole? Like, like people who are really young, they might be like, I never heard this song before. Let me go listen to it. Because I know, like, for me, when I was young, I did that at, like, 13. I'm like, oh, like, who is this? Let me go back. You know?
Exactly.
So, it might help. It might help her love sales. It might go up.
Look, and if you are just now finding out who Keisha is because of this song,
right,
then you need to go to that Way It Is album.
Go to...
and listen to all
original.
The tracks. Okay?
Yes.
And even today I was thinking about, I think your song Dramatic. You're like, you over here accusing me of having all these hoes.
Okay.
Shoulda, woulda, had them. Keisha Cole, I should have cheated.
I shouldn't have cheated. That was, oh my God, that was my song.
Right?
That was my song. I used to play her all the time. Like, I remember I stood in line one time to get like an autographed CD from her signed in Oakland. It was worth it. I still have it.
She had that red, orange hair popping.
Yes. Oh my God, I loved it so much.
She was
that one.
That at that time.
Day. Yeah, at that time she was the one.
You couldn't tell me nothing. She was hitting us with all those sad tracks.
I know. She was on top for a minute.
She had got happy on one album. And I was like, girl, wait.
I know. We were like, wait, kind of like a Mary J. Like, whenever she was sad. Oh my gosh, that was when it went. Like,
and listen, Mary J. Blige has been going through a lot recently, so I'm like, girl, what?
Hopefully this music gonna be.
Janae too. I don't like when Janae is too happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. Janae's heartbreak songs are so good.
That's where it's at.
I'd be like, I feel you, girl. I might not even be going through a heartbreak. I just be like, I feel you. Why?
It's just like the way certain things are just sad. It's just like,
yeah, it hits home.
Okay, and that's what you're doing. Look, and that's what Miss Brandy Haze is doing on her music. So.
Thank you.
Any streaming platform, let this young queen up, and you will understand what I'm talking about. Brandy, thank you so much for joining me today.
No problem.
But please, look, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. But before you do that, let me know how you're going to end 2019. What are you looking forward to in 2020?
Okay, yeah, no, 2019, I'm just going to continue to develop, new music, new styles, figure out like where I'm going for 2020, but definitely so much more new music, so many more videos, definitely a project, and just hopefully more things to inspire people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm always looking to create art.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And we gotta like come see you like live or something.
Yes, for sure.
So whenever you if you have some show dates, and if you don't, girl, let me know when
I don't have the exact dates yet, but definitely in 2020 they're coming.
Okay,
so
and
I
then
will let everybody know.
So then people, how they can find out is you go follow Brandy on social media. So girl, let them know where they can follow you.
Okay, so follow me on Instagram, The Brandy Haze, Twitter, The Brandy Haze, and everything else, just search Brandy Haze. That's Brandy with a Y and Haze.
Okay. Now, no excuses to know when the dates are this here, when the songs are coming out, visuals, you got all
Everything's
Brandy Haze T. All right, guys, I'm your host, Rhelin T. This is BHL's Next, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.